MACKIA. This system is condensed down and set up now to where it's just a single switch to turn it on. Right here on the top of this rack, on the right hand side, there's a power switch. One switch turns it on.
I need to come in here.
Immediately below that are the wireless receivers, and this is CD recorder and player. It'll do both functions. This is the amplifier that drives the sound to the speakers. And this is the mixer. You'll see another mixer just like this in the FLC, and you'll see maybe some more added later on for other functions in the church. But this is the Mackie Pro DX 8 mixer, and you can control what you need to control with this mixer as far as volume from right here without any special application. But you can only control the volume. The other things like EQ and other what's the word I'm looking for, Robert? You feel free to chime in. Dynamics, other dynamics on the audio sources.
Options.
You have to control with the app. So this mixer, the way it works, you see this button labeled main is lit up when you turn it on, and you go. It's a one knob control. If you adjust this knob right now, you're adjusting the main output level. Normally you don't adjust that at all. You adjust your individual input levels and leave the output level where it is. But it runs pretty high up here, close to the maximum for the main output. And as you see, as there's modulation on the system, you'll see green bars moving across here, where you just saw the white bars. You'll see green bars moving around here, moving across, showing the modulation. Let me show you a couple of the microphone inputs. The way it's set up, channel 1 is a combination. It can either be the belt pack microphone with a lavalier or head-worn microphone on it. Either that or the gray handheld microphone, one or the other. You can't use both of these on that channel at the same time, or else they just compete with each other. So make sure one's turned off before you turn the other one on. And we'll go more into detail on using the microphones later if you're not familiar with those. But this is the gray one. It's on channel 1, and it's turned about. Check, check.
Nope.
Check, check, 1, 2. Checking, 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
1, 2, 3. And then after this white bar dies away, checking, 1, 2, 3, 4, checking, 1, 2, 3. Now you see the green I was telling you about shows the modulation on the same meter. Check, check, 1, 2.
Is there something special about connecting this program to that?
Yeah, I should have covered that first, but we'll go back to that in a minute. The way you select each individual channel and adjust each individual microphone is you touch that button and it lights up. If that button is lit up, you're adjusting that channel only. If the main is lit up, you're adjusting the main. If the button's lit up, you're adjusting that microphone.
Then it fades out.
It fades.
It times out.
The bar, yeah, it times out. And goes back to this modulation, showing the modulation for you. Like I said, the gray mic, and this is what Ben Arterburn uses on his Sunday morning Sunday school class, is the lavalier on that same channel. And that's why it's labeled Ben, channel 1. Channel 2 is labeled white. It's the white handheld. And these frequencies are unique to this room. These microphones won't communicate with equipment elsewhere in the church, and the other microphones elsewhere won't communicate with this, hopefully.
That's a good theory.
So white microphone, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You see I had to turn it up quite a bit. But the 2 is lit up. Now the other little wrinkle on this sound system in particular is it has a second sound field, like I mentioned, the stage monitors. And to adjust the stage monitors, you touch this mix button. See where right now it says main. You touch that mix button, it goes to aux 1. Now you're adjusting the aux 1 sound field, the stage monitors, instead of the main. Same principle. Aux 1, main, that's your main on the stage monitors. You touch the microphone, aux 1 is lit, 1 is lit. You're adjusting microphone 1 to the stage monitors only, not to the house. Further on down, jacks 3 and 4 are in the wall right here by the stage. You can plug mics into those or a direct box. Channel 6 has the electric piano plugged into it with a direct box. And channel 7/8 can either be the CD player when it's plugged in. Right now, I've got it disconnected so that the Bluetooth audio comes in. Can y'all see this connector right here? In the back? It goes in right here to send the CD audio in. Right there. See it, Anna? Okay. If that's unplugged, whatever Bluetooth your device you're controlling this with can also send the music to it. And it works pretty slick. So, who has the app on their phone?
I do.
All right. Each one of these mixers has a unique address. So if you've connected with this mixer, and you go down there and try to connect to that same mixer in FLC, they won't talk to each other. And you have to go into your Bluetooth settings and forget device, and then resynchronize with the other one before it'll work. So once you've got a Bluetooth connection to it,
I don't.
okay,
I'm not seeing it.
the way you get the Bluetooth connection is this 7 and 8 has got a Bluetooth symbol on it. You press it and hold it about 3 to 5 seconds, and it starts blinking. And it'll show up in your...
Pro DX8?
Yep, that's it. If you select it, it should connect with it now.
Alright. Okay. Then it should...
It'll show if one of you got a connection.
Yeah, I got a connection.
Okay, so you're connected to it. Now you can open the app and control it with your phone.
That way.
And with the app, you've got way more control and options of how to control
Yeah,
it.
the thing, when we're using this unit here on, you don't have individual control. I mean, you have individual control, but only for time. You punch that, like number 1, and you start turning the knob, you have control as long as you're turning that knob. And if you back off of it and stop and you don't turn it for a while, it times out and goes back to the main.
Right.
So you got to go make sure, if you pause for a moment, look at it, make sure you're still on number 1, or it may be on the main, you're mixing the main. So that's just, you have to watch that. Now, on the app, you have individual controls all the way through.
All right, your main looks like it's all the way down. I'm not sure we're connected.
What was the name of it?
Mackie, M-A-C-K-I, Mackie mixer connected.
Now, did you hit demo or mix?
Demo.
Okay, you're not
I didn't have
connected.
any other option.
Yeah, you want to hit mix instead
Yeah,
of...
go into your Bluetooth, make sure you're connected to it.
Yeah, that may be the problem.
It is connected to it.
Okay, then go back to your app and hit mix instead of demo.
It should come up mix.
Well, I'll tell you what, instead of belaboring this one here,
Sure.
it was frustrating to me the first few times I tried to use it, but then after I'd used it a few times, it worked pretty well like clockwork every time. So instead of spending more time on this one, let's go down to the FLC and try it again.
That's probably why my Bluetooth was on. Try it again.
Okay, same way. One switch to turn on, one switch to turn off. Make sure the mics get turned off to save the batteries. And
Wrong thing. Wrong thing.
How do you get out of demo? M-A-C-K-I-U.
He may connect to that picture.
How do you get out of demo?
I think we've seen enough now. Somebody want to be the volunteer to try their hand at this one without assistance.
I forgot how to
Let me
turn
show
it
you just a couple of things about it before you turn it on. There's connections on the side here for microphone connections. This microphone is plugged into number 3. They're labeled that way. So this one's got a power switch on it just like the other one. The microphones are stored in that case inside. And
I forgot how to
it
turn
only has one wireless unit, one wireless mic, whereas the other one had 2.
Turn the power supply on.
So, Sydney, you want to have a go at
It
it?
goes back and says power.
This one?
Turn on the power.
Not that one.
This one? Wait, what?
He's messing with you, Cindy.
And you'll notice everything powered up whenever you turned it on. Everything lit up and turned on. So,
Is that a
again,
UPS?
be sure and leave those things on. No, it's just a power
Just power.
power condenser, conditioner. This amplifier down here that's lit up is the one that drives the system. The bottom one is just a spare that we may use later for something else. But you can see all the speakers are mounted up on the wall here now, and the amplifier drives all 4 of those speakers. So
Turn this on. for Bluetooth.
let's, before you do that, are you in your Bluetooth settings?
Yes.
Let me make sure my Bluetooth's turned off.
Everybody turn off your Bluetooth.
Okay. All right. Make sure yours is on, and then do you see the Pro DX8 listed there already?
Nope, I
Okay.
see tile.
Okay. Press and hold. It starts blinking. Oh, didn't hold it long enough. Okay. Now it ought to show up.
Scan.
You got it?
Scanning. Yep, Pro DX8.
Yep. Touch it. It should connect.
Let's try. It's pairing. Connect.
All right. All right. You're connected. Open your app.
And it's
The one on the right.
connect. Mix. Working on mine.
It's loading. There you go. And you can see, as I said, this wired microphone is plugged into jack number 3. If you look at that fader number 3 on your app there, fader number 3.
Channel 3?
Channel 3.
Check, check. Is it muted?
Yep.
Check, check. Now you can adjust the volume there, up and down. Okay. You scroll all the way to the right, and your main is over there. Well, the main stays fixed, but you can see the other channels now.
Yep.
Do you have any music on your phone?
Spotify.
Are you able to play music
I can.
like iTunes or something like
Yeah,
that?
I have
Yeah,
iTunes.
she has iTunes.
Okay. Well, since she's connected, it wouldn't work. But if you were connected, you'd be able to play from your iTunes. Whatever you play on your iTunes is going to show up on channel 7 and 8.
Cool.
How do you disconnect from?
You just close the app.
Close the
Well,
app?
Yeah.
I have Spotify. Could I try Spotify to see if it works?
Spotify would probably send audio to it, but that's, again, that's going to be dependent on your internet connection. So
Okay.
whatever your phone normally sends to your earbuds, it will send to that mixer.
Channel 1's on. Whatever channel 1 is.
Channel 1 is the wireless. See up on top, there's a wireless receiver,
Yeah.
and that's used for the Sunday school class.
Oh, okay.
Harold uses that with a head-worn microphone.
Okay. See, that was confusing me. You want me to turn everything off now?
Well, let's see, does anybody else want to
Connect.
have some hands-on or monkey with
see
it?
if
I would like to, I want to see, yeah, I want to see if I can
Okay.
actually
All right.
do
Well,
it.
I connected, so y'all probably can't.
Okay, you disconnect and turn
Yeah,
off your Bluetooth
I
and let
turned it
somebody
off.
else give it a try.
You doing it, Hank?
Yeah. Do I have to figure the other one first, though?
Hmm?
The other one?
You have to
that I-
forget the other device or
Oh,
it won't connect to this one.
Let me go forget that one.
What do I forget?
Ronnie brings up a good point. When you set this up, well, if somebody has to set it up and turn it on Sunday morning, I unlock it, get it running, check both microphones, make sure the microphones are working, and then the Sunday school class is on their own to deal with it and adjust it with the mixer, directly with the mixer. We don't ever use the app on Sunday. Really, I'd like to get to the point where it's mostly the people from the class tending to it, since it's their thing. The other thing we had to do for this class is get the TVs out. It's my goal to get some big TVs put on the wall here, wired into this cabinet, and a splitter, so maybe a rollout tray, so somebody can just set their computer there, plug in, and they got instant connection without having to do all this moving action with the TV.